applying for their children in the WCED schooling system currently. So in February 2018, there was an adoption of the first time of its kind of a digitalized application system in which traditional means of applying to schools by parents were no longer recognized. What I mean about this is that parents could no longer go to school in attempts to enroll their children themselves. All applications to all public schools are conducted in a very organized manner, in which mostly happens online or through assistance through one of the educational districts in which the schools that they're interested in is in, and also at very specific times as there are open dates and closing dates to the applications now. And they can no longer do it throughout the year or visit schools or speak to a pre-teacher, speak to a principal, or those means. It literally has to go through a very structured format or manner. So this has created a big information gap for parents. This change from the traditional means of applying to schools to the more modernized digitization of the system has created big information gaps between the new standards and what parents know. And those gaps, even though the system was adopted in 2018, they can still be visibly seen now as the parents now are not aware of the changes, or maybe are coming into contact with those changes for the first time. Learners and parents often find themselves in situations where they are not in schools where they would like their children to be, and end up having to settle for what's available because they moved at the wrong times, and those kind of other situations. The worst of these would be kids not having access to school for one particular educational year. As
what the aims of our project is, I will be discussing the application process, as there are 3 types of process within this application process. So firstly, the application that are received on time, those are the first application times, as well as the late applications that are received after the deadline of which was set by the government. And the third one is the late applications which are received at the beginning of the year. So our aim as the project group, we decided that we will be dealing with the late applications which are received after the deadline. The aim of us doing that is to minimize the number of people coming to school in the next year, meaning whereby the children have to know already by December that they will be placed in a school or not.
So from now identifying the problem of the late registration and parents not being informed, what we are going to do to address this issue is we have first and foremost created a poster for parents in specifically Athlone area to assist with registration at the primary schools in Thornton Road. This will be done on the 8th and the 7th of May, and yeah.
Okay. So the poster will contain the necessary means for communication, such as the landline number and the email address, such so that should the parents need any assistance or information about the registration, they can contact the school.
So you will find us at Thornton Road Primary. Use the entrance on Laminic Road on the 7th and 8th of May. Between 10 and 1.
Okay, so these are the necessary documents when you're enrolling for your child at Thornton Road Primary School. The child's birth certificate, both parents or guardians' ID, the child's clinic card, proof of residence, application of exemption form, and if your child is transferring from another school, they need a transfer from the school's principal and their previous report card. If they are a foreigner, then you would need a visa and a permit.